You know when you're just scrolling through your feed, maybe not even paying attention, when a title just jumps out and grabs you? It promises some simple solution, a hidden trick, a secret that feels like it was made just for you. Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on exactly how that happens.
So, let's just start with a mystery, a question that has, and I'm not kidding, captured millions and millions of views online. What is the great watermelon secret? It sounds so simple, almost kind of silly, right? But that question, it's the key to everything we're talking about today.
And there it is, the exact title that stops the scroll in its tracks. This is our source material for today. But here's the fun part. We're not actually going to reveal the watermelon secret. Nope, we're going to uncover something way more interesting. The secret of the title itself.
That brings us right into our first section, the secret promise. Because you've got to understand, a title like this isn't just a label, it's a carefully engineered promise. It's like a psychological contract with you, the viewer, that is almost impossible to resist. Let's be super clear about this. The specific content, the watermelon, it could be an orange, a light bulb, it almost doesn't matter. What matters, what makes it go viral, is the formula. And trust me, once you see it, you'll start seeing it absolutely everywhere.
So, what is this magic formula anyway? Okay, let's dissect this thing piece by piece and look at the 4 key ingredients that make it so ridiculously powerful.
All right, here is the recipe. Step 1, you've got the claim. Life hack. That word immediately tells your brain, hey, pay attention, this is useful. Step 2 is the emotion, that little crying laughing emoji. It sets a light, fun, low-stakes tone. Step 3, and this is the big one, is the hook, the word secret. This is the magic ingredient that just ignites our curiosity. And finally, step 4, the format, #shorts. That tells us it's going to be quick, easy to watch, and it won't take up much of our time. It's a perfect 4-part trap for our attention.
Let's just focus on that first ingredient for a second, life hack. You know, the term originally came from computer programmers. It meant a really clever bit of code, a genuine shortcut. But online, it's totally evolved. Now, it's a promise of a simple, elegant solution to some common, often pretty minor frustration. It just screams efficiency. And then you have the hook, that word, secret. Oh man, this word is pure psychological gold. It doesn't just promise information, it promises exclusive information. Clicking on that video isn't just about learning how to cut a watermelon, it's about being let in on something, joining this small, special group of people who are in the know. So this brings us to the big why. Why does this simple combination of words and a symbol have such a powerful, almost magnetic pull on us? Let's get into the psychology of the hack.
I mean, what is it about this formula that just bypasses our rational brain and goes straight for that impulse to click? The answer, it turns out, lies in a few fundamental cognitive biases we all share.
This whole formula works so well because it taps directly into our brain's reward system. First, there's that promise of efficiency. Our brains are literally hardwired to find shortcuts and save energy, and a life hack is the ultimate shortcut. Second, there's the dopamine of discovery. Finding a secret feels like a little win, and our brain releases that feel-good chemical. Third, it offers the comfort of simplicity. In a crazy, complex world, a small solution to a small problem just feels manageable and rewarding. And finally, it's the ultimate low-effort reward. You click a button, watch for 30 seconds, and your brain gets that satisfying little buzz of accomplishment. It's an irresistible offer. Okay, so now that we've deconstructed the formula and we get the psychology, the real question is, what do we do with this knowledge? This is where we move beyond the watermelon. This is where we go from being passive consumers to critical viewers. Think about your own social media feed. On the left side, you've got passive scrolling, just mindlessly consuming content, hunting for those little dopamine hits from secrets and hacks, and yeah, being influenced. But on the right, that's where you are now. You're a critical viewer. You can recognize the formula, you can analyze the promise being made, and you can understand the psychology being used to grab your attention. It is a fundamental shift in how you see the content you consume every single day. To put it simply, you now have the tools to see the matrix, to see the code behind the content. You can see the structure that was once completely invisible. This doesn't mean you can't enjoy the videos anymore, but it does mean you're no longer just a passive target of the formula. You're an analyst who understands the game. So we'll end with this thought. The next time a title pops up in your feed promising a secret, a hack, or a trick you didn't know, you're going to see it differently. You'll see the claim, the emotion, the hook, and the format. So the question is no longer if you will click, but why you will click. Now that you know the formula, what secret will you choose to uncover next?